one and all, welcome. Got a brand new Dimension showcase here for you. Going to be taking a little bit of a lighter tact here with this one, subject matter wise, as you can see, obviously. I was thinking to myself, what's lighter than a clown? Except, a feather. But either way, here you have it, a clown. Let's start getting this line work in there. Carving our man out. Carving me. But a method is a method, and this is the method. Everyone has their own, right? But speaking of carving, I didn't really have a specific idea behind this other than I wanted to do something unconventional. And I say unconventional because for me, I don't usually draw clowns. It's just, I don't know, not my thing. But yeah, unconventional. And at the same time, with a little bit of whimsy to it. So this is how we got here. But since we don't have a backstory for our man, there's no reason we can't carve one out right now. So yeah, I'm thinking like obviously this would be a big time performer, big top, at a time when clowns would, I guess, still be considered prime entertainment. In today's fair, I doubt anybody cares about any kind of big red noses or red shoes or cream pies or whatnot in the face with funny wigs. But they obviously had their time, so we're just going to say that that was the thing with this one. But I don't know. Maybe that was what was going on. Maybe it was a time when the clown type of vaudevillian entertainment was big. Huh, puff on the top. Like people was like, oh yeah, man, I'm going to see the clowns. Oh, we're going to check out the clowns. Hey, have you seen the clowns? That kind of thing. And then suddenly things changed. And the clown was no longer the apple of the entertainment eye. Maybe something like that. I mean, think about it. It happened to disco. So, and so now back to this cat. Let's say he's in that situation. He was big time. Let's say he was big time. Yeah, okay, big time. Like, TV big time or whatnot. And then this turn of events happens where he's no longer the toast of the town because his type of entertainment is no longer in favor or whatnot. Well, I guess maybe that would mean that, that the gigs would dry up. Excuse me with that. And so if the gigs are drying up, that means the paychecks are drying up. And then it's, things are getting rough. Suddenly you're finding yourself like Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker or something. I'm not going to say that this would happen with this guy, but it could happen. But let's say, our character is dealing with that, but refusing to go down. Because at one point in time, this person was big time. This clown was the toast of the town. Everybody knew, who this clown was. The kids, everybody, like crusty level kind of stuff. Crusty level kind of stuff. So there's no reason that you can't bounce back. Almost on like a Rocky story kind of thing. And flambe is definitely meaning to make a comeback. And so what does he do? He goes back to the streets. He goes back to the corner. He goes back to, well, I guess Venice Beach, if Venice Beach is cool enough to go to now. And he's doing his performance for the people. And he's getting everybody geared up again. People are finding out about, oh yeah, the clown that's out on the beach breathing fire and writing his name in flame. And then what do you have? You have that word of mouth. You suddenly have people coming back. And suddenly the name and the clown start to make a little bit of a rebound. So this could be a rebound story. Yeah, got it. This is a rebound story. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, now our character is whole. Silliness notwithstanding. But now that I think about it, it would probably be a bad idea for this cat to go out and try and pull these pyrotechnics in public. Kind of puts a damper on the comeback. But think about it. I mean, you'd probably get a citation for breathing fire in a non-flammable zone. I wouldn't be surprised if he sets the citation ablaze as soon as the officer leaves. You can't ticket flambe. But yeah, that's a funny little bit. Oh, and speaking of bits, here we are with these bits. It's kind of cool because you can establish a pattern and then you can simply like copy and paste it once you do and then tailor it however you want, which is, one of the advantages of obviously doing it in the digital. But either one, that's cool. That's what's the separation about it because it also is the same thing that brings it all together, it unifies it. If you find yourself in a situation where the digital isn't working for you, as long as you have those traditional skills, you can always fall back on them. Oh, and the reality is that those traditional skills are necessary here. I remember the first time I started getting into the digital art avenue or whatnot, got myself my first Wacom tablet or whatnot. And ironically, one of the first, I guess, video tutorial videos I saw to help me break down that was someone who said, and I quote, just because you have the tablet doesn't mean you know how to draw. And it's true, those skills, they don't diminish as long as you keep them going and they transcend, you know. But even as I'm saying that, that actually helps me get to another point I wanted to make. Now, I said before this video was something, subject matter wise, was something that I wanted to do that'd be a little whimsical or whatnot. But, and bear with me now, brave explorers, K is about to get a little deep. What I was really thinking, or should I say what inspired this, is that, well, at the risk of sounding cliche or whatnot, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. Hard times are hard times, and they're going around, have been going around. And you can say, well, when is it not a crazy time in history? But I guess it really all depends on what part of it you're looking at, and I'm looking at it from the point of me actually living it. And with the madness that's plagued us, pun intended, in the world, I saw a reaction in people. And when I'm saying a reaction in people, I'm not talking about like the greater public or anything like that. I just mean like certain individuals and like certain avenues or areas of our society or whatnot. And they were given a halt kind of situation. And they submitted to it. They didn't think outside of the box that they had just current or just at that point had found themselves placed in. They went cold, and that doesn't make any sense, or it didn't make any sense to me. So I'm looking at that in essence, kind of experiencing it myself, going through it myself, and it's like, well, what was my reaction? Well, I got hot like the flames this clown is breathing, and started to think of other ways and other avenues that I could apply myself and get myself out there and get my things together and get myself growing or whatnot. Just because some other people decided that it was time for them to go into pause mode didn't mean that it was time for me to go into pause mode. And it doesn't mean that it's in time for you to go into pause mode. If you're feeling that energy, then you're supposed to tap into it. And you got to stay hot, man. You got to stay hot, especially when the world is cold. Anyway, as we are to the highlights, and it's like, will you get back to the point, man? Okay. But irregardless, yeah. Look at that. All this video, I haven't even really talked process. Oh well, these things, they tend to happen. We roll with the punches. It's funny, it's like saved you guys from a whole lot of excess yak with some other excess yak. But that's cool. We can make a comeback just like Flambe. Hope you had fun. And if so, you know the drill. Check those socials, ArtStation, Instagram. Thumbs it up, thumbs it down, like, subscribe, tap a bell, tell a friend. And stay hot, man. Stay hot. Till next time.